Okay, so hello everybody, welcome back. So I wanted to continue talking to you about the things that will happen when there is no water and you need to get water from the tank and stuff like that, and the things that you are going to experience and things that you want to understand and know and all of these things, this is like to the best of my abilities and stuff. um, I do hope the information is helpful. Some of it might be disgusting. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, and some of it might scare you. And I'm sorry about that also. But, it's just that these things, like it is said in the movie from Will Smith. I really, really like that movie. The one that is for the Earth. Yeah. In that, Will Smith keeps saying, danger is real, but fear is a choice. So, so I'm trying to aware you of the dangers that are hidden and they are weird and stuff like that. So anyway, grab your coffee and, just if you're taking notes, grab your notebook and, we are going to continue talking about all the experiences that are related to these things. And in all of my videos, I do try to tell you the solutions of the things that we have. And, not everyone will solve the problems the same way. So, just letting you know that you might find a better solution than me. For all I know, but, each person will have their own circumstances and stuff. So anyway. So speaking of coffees, if you wanted to buy me a coffee, you can do that in the link down below. So thank you very much. And if you wanted to help me out, you can also send an Amazon gift card. The email is down below. And if you wanted to read about these experiences, you can buy the book that I have in Gumroad about hard times and stuff. Is also the link down below. So anyway, moving forward. So now, like I was telling you, injuries will happen, and you want to try to avoid those injuries the best you can. You will be fighting with people. This one is the one that will get you the most, I think. Because we as humans, we are kind of addicted to drama. Like I have said in the other videos, if you have a relationship with no drama whatsoever in your brain and in your head, it's like it doesn't exist. And so this is also why you want to write these things down, like who you're going to call and who, where you put certain things, because your memory will be really, really pressed at times like this during hard times. And all those things, because your brain will focus on the drama. When you are in an emergency, the reason why some people cannot even move and stuff like that is because your brain will be focusing on what to avoid. And because you are focusing on what to avoid, you will be focusing on drama. And in terms of your relationships, you will be focused on the people that you have drama with. You will not be focusing on the people that you have actually a good relationship with. And you will also be stressed out very in a way that they will test you, like a game thing. So you gotta try to look at it as a game. So you want to kind of, speed things up or whatever. But the point is that you need teams. When you're going to get the water, you need a team. When you are handling the cleaning, you might need a team. When you're handling the cooking, you might need a team. When you're handling everything, you might need a team. The reason is because if you are cooking and you need water, you need somebody that will bring you the freaking water all the freaking time. And somebody who will be cleaning after you, or will be helping you clean, because it's not going to be as when you have, water from the pipe and you have power and you have everything. And also, you may need somebody who has a very strong hand. This is also why in my Amazon wishlist I have the things for straightening your hand. Here is why. I'm going to ask you, have you tried doing a cake, like making a cake, without the blending that uses electricity? Meaning, have you done the actual blending, like the mixing for the cake by hand? Because if you have, you will understand that doing it with electricity is faster, and it doesn't make a mess and whatever. But when you are doing this by hand, it's different. It's tiring, and not only that, but the texture will be different and everything will be different. And not, you might know how to use desserts, but that is because you are using the electrical equipment. If you do not have a blender because the blender broke and now you can't find a spare part, or because the freaking blender requires electricity and you don't have electricity today, and stuff like that, and then you have to do everything by hand, it's going to take more time. Not only is it going to take more time, but it will require more things, like the devices for using this thing. You might need more. You don't think about it because you haven't done it, but especially if you have never done it like that. So nobody tells you that now you will need a team. And this is where you having relationships that have the minimum amount of drama will work the best. If the drama that you have is 4, in a scale of 10 being, oh my God, if that person is near the room, I'm actually going to shoot somebody. If it is a 4 or higher, you are in trouble. Because this means that you will have more accidents. Because somehow you being angry or you not being able to focus or whatever, it will show up somehow. And it will translate into more accidents and more cleanups and more water that you're going to require for doing everything. And it will also means more time. And not only that, but it will also means, more drama. So if it was before a level 4, now it will be a level 6. So, like I was saying, you are going to also be fighting because let's say that you had an appointment, or you were busy doing homework, or you really, really need to go to the bathroom, or you feel really uncomfortable because you have your period and you really need to clean up like every half an hour or something. And let's say that you have a headache, you have a migraine, or let's say that you are, angry and mad because you haven't had any kind of coffee and, the kettle doesn't work anymore because it's electrical. So now you can't have something warm in your hand, like your freaking tea or the freaking coffee. And now let's say that, whatever. And all of a sudden now, you need to get the freaking water, you need to help, you need to do this, you need to do that. And basically, men will react differently than women. Women will kind of pick up the pace and will understand how to handle 20 things at the same time. Men will go crazy. Men will go kind of like, oh, hell no, I'm concentrating on only one thing, don't bother me anymore. And women will go crazy that men are doing only one thing. So, this is bad. You will be fighting with other women because, like I said, they will be busy. And then you're kind of like, we need the water now, so help me now. And then the other person is like, oh, hell no, I'm eating. I have said this before in the other videos about the health thing about the stomach and when you're eating. Some people, if they are eating, you cannot stop. But during hard times, you will be stopped every single time that you're trying to eat something. You will have like 5 minutes to eat. Hell, for all I know, you will have 2 minutes to eat. If you want to do it alone and quiet. Otherwise, oh hell no, it's going to go crazy. And this is, for anything that goes between 3 or more people. When it is a couple, you might be able to find a better rhythm because it is only 2 people. But if it is 3 or more in your group, you will have a different kind of rhythm and you will be fighting in different kinds of ways. And you might need time to adjust to each other's rhythm. And some people will be more considerate than others. Me? Oh, hell no, I never know how the hell to be considerate to others. Why? Well, because quite frankly, I am in my head. I am the type of person that I am. If I am, let's say that I'm just sharpening this thing, I can have 20 people screaming, doing whatever the hell they want, saying whatever, but unless the house is on fire, I'm only doing this. I don't know why. I have that ability. People that do not have that ability, and they are like, oh my God, you are going to go crazy. You need to be able to shut down your mind. So if I shut down my mind and somebody is like, oh my God, I'm about to fall, and I'm here, oh crap, I might not be, I'm not looking at anybody. In fact, there are a couple of, no, actually last week, when my neighbor gave me the right to pick up my daughter at school, she was talking to her husband. They were in the front and they were talking. And I was just staring at one ad that I saw about music for kids. So I was staring at that thing and I was thinking, okay, I might think I need this for my daughter, but how the hell am I going to do it? What kind of music, blah, blah. So I am in my head. So my neighbor, she had to call my name 4 times, even though I am half a meter away from her. And then she said, how the hell can you disconnect like that? And then I'm kind of like, oh my God, I'm sorry. It's just that I have that ability. Now, it's going to, that ability that I have, pieces of everyone around me, because everyone around me is expecting me to react, to do whatever, to engage in the drama, and I just don't. I am in my own world. So, some people will be like that. Don't be angry at them. It's just that they are like that. So, crap, they are not doing it to hurt you or to be or not to help you. It's just that we disconnect. There are people that will be able to do that. And like I said, there will be people that will be the complete opposite. They will be kind of like, I'm going to eat this. And then, oh crap. Oh hell, and then it will be, I lost my appetite, I'm pissed, I'm not going to be able to eat. And oh hell, they won't be able to eat. And then they will be the whole freaking day trying to eat and they just won't be able to eat because they can't disconnect. So if they are eating or they are as much as, touching a spoon or something, and if there is noise around them or whatever, they will go crazy. And then they will be mad, and then, oh crap, the drama around these people is like a 20, especially when they are trying to eat. Because they can't eat. They are unable to disconnect, and they are unable to sit down and eat if there is no quiet. And in fact, these kind of people will develop something called the fire thing. I don't know how the hell to say that in English. But the thing is that this will be probably around 1 in every 10 people. Adults, I mean. These people will be in a way in which now, every time that they try to eat, they will go, and they just won't be able to swallow. The stress, when they stress out, they swallow their throat or something, and it's kind of like, it's not like they have problems breathing. It's just that they can't swallow and they can't eat, and they will be, oh crap, and they will be extremely cranky. So, and oh crap, it's because they don't have that ability. And other people will go middle. So they will go kind of like this. I'm going to sit down and eat. So do not bother me. If you interrupt me, I'm going to smack the hell out of you. So do not interrupt me. I'm eating. And you can be throwing things on top of them or whatever, and they will not move and they will not do anything until they are done eating. So if you're like, my God, please help me. Yeah, if you talk to them and you try to interrupt them, they will go ballistic on you because you are interrupting them. And when you're dealing with teens will be one of those cases in which if they are on the phone with someone, you don't talk to them. If they are checking on social media or whatever, don't talk to them. If they are watching something important on the freaking TV, even though that they could press the pause button, they will not push that button for you. So, no. So at that point, you can actually be pissed at them because they should help you. But if they don't, because, they will compare themselves with other people. I mean, they will compare themselves with their friends, and they will be kind of like, why do I have to do it? Megan has a water pump. Why don't we have one? And, oh, crap. Things are going to be... if you survive one day at a time, be extremely grateful that all of you made it. And be extremely grateful that they will be adults soon enough. But the point is that you need to breathe a lot when you're dealing with people that are like that. And if you are expecting something from anyone, you need to tell them. So what I found that works, or it works kind of, not all the time, but it kind of works, is you telling people things beforehand. So for example, if you are going to go to the freaking line tomorrow to, get gasoline, and you don't know when you're coming back, but you do know that you're going to leave in the morning, you say to everyone, hey, tomorrow I'm leaving, so tonight we're preparing the food and we're preparing everything, and I need everybody to help. And you do this, and then you tell everyone to get involved. This is how. You ask them questions like, please, can you pick up the food? Please, please, will you do this? By the way, for men, don't use the word can, because every time that you say, can you do that? The men are going to go kind of like, of course I can. Why stupid you, whatever. And they will be pissed. So no, when you're talking to guys, you ask, will you mind, please? Or will you please? Would. Don't say can, because the guy is going to go kind of like, I can, I just don't want to. And then you will find resistance with men. And with women will be the opposite. If you say, will you please? Oh, crap, the woman will be kind of like, my God, why don't you do it yourself? Kind of like that. So, oh, hell no. You need to find a better way to communicate with men and women, which will communicate differently. And not only that, but, oh, crap. So my point is that, before hard times, I recommend that you read a book called Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. That one will help you if you have a partner, from the opposite sex. And if you are dealing with a family that is 3 or more, that includes the freaking pets, I will suggest that you really, really, really go to a pet school thing, like a dog training thing, because you need to learn how the hell to train your dog not to bark certain times, not to do certain things, or to do certain things. And here is the thing. You need to teach them both by talking, like bark or move or whatever. And you also need to learn sign language, like this means that, don't move, kind of a deal. Why? Well, because if you are going to be in a very hard position in which, let's say that you're in a place that you are not supposed to be with animals, But but you bring the freaking animal because you are evacuating, or you are not going anywhere without your freaking dog, but you are in the bank and you are the only one who can do this, and whatever. Point being that you really want to try to do that with the dogs. I am trying to do that with my dog. The good news is that I have decided to leave the dog in my house all the freaking time, and the dog doesn't understand anything. And the other day oh crap, he has dealing with a pet. It's very, very hard. But at least the freaking pet will not argue against you, and the freaking pet, you can say whatever, but you can always come back at the argument saying, it is an animal, it will not understand me. However, when you're dealing with other humans, you are kind of like, why doesn't he get it? This is stupid. Or something like that. And this is also why. This is also why. Why? Oh my God. We have a manual that was written in the 18th century from a Venezuelan that, oh my God, every single person knows about this thing in Venezuela. And everybody says, hey, read the freaking Carreño manual thing. That is his last name, by the way. Carreño. Oh my God, you really want to learn how the hell to do this. So this is how you try to make things. When you are arguing, the first rule of the Carreño manual, which is, by the way, about manners and about how to solve conflicts and about how to manage to be civil during everything, the manual will say, hey, don't you get my point or whatever? Oh, hell no, that's not what you say. You say, you breathe, and then you say, I am sorry that I did not explain myself correctly. Because if the other person didn't get you, it's not the other person's fault. It is your freaking fault. Why? Well, because you're probably not using the right terms, or you probably chose the wrong timing, which, by the way, for certain people will always be the wrong time. So you need to know how the hell to, put your foot down without making the other person, lose the point. And the other person will lose the point as soon as you put the ball in the court, so to speak, the ball in the court. They will lose a point because they don't want to deal with hard times. Have you ever met anyone that wants to deal with hard times? Very few people, and I do mean very, very, very few people, are actually going to be very happy that you tell them, hey, let's go on bucket duty. Or, hey, let's go clean up the toilets. Hey, let's go and, oh crap, the list is very, very, very big. Let's do the dishes without water and without, oh crap. So all of these things, it is just, people are going to reject that. People are going to be rejecting their own reality. And I do mean that 99, I will say 999 out of 1,000 people will reject this reality. And the way that you reject this reality will depend upon your situation. But only 1 in 1,000 people will be able to say, okay, I'm going to go on bucket duty, okay, I'm going to be okay, I'm going to do this, and I can do this, and yes, I can manage my time, and no time is, time is not doing me, I am doing the time. So whatever, point being that, it is very, very, very hard to take a very physiological kind of positive, kind of look at the hard time situation. Because, let's face it, if you're going to do the dishes, which is something that most people don't want to do anyway, now you gotta do it with only 2 buckets with freaking water. And then you gotta mop the freaking floor after that. And then you also have to figure out how to manage all of the other things without the water or without the power. Do you know how many people will will just sit down not knowing? Half of the people will sit down within half an hour or maybe 1 hour, and they will not know where the hell to begin. They will have to sit down. This is why I keep telling you that the most important things that you really want to have are something to make your cup warm, because it will help you calm down and it will help you focus. If you don't have a coffee, if you don't have a tea, if you don't have a soup, if you don't have something warm in your freaking hands, you might actually collapse. And when you collapse, people will collapse with you. And hell, for all I know, people will collapse around you, and they will not know what to do first. They will not know what to do. And in fact, people will go like this. Oh yeah, I'm just going to do the dishes. Oh crap, I have no water. And then they will go, bring the water, and then once they bring the water, they will be kind of like, oh crap, I forgot that I'm using the dishwasher, but the dishwasher requires electricity. So how am I going to do that? And there will be people that will go kind of like that. Well, let's say that you want to do the coffee. So most people will go like, okay. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to go for the coffee. And then they go and press the button for the coffee maker. And then they go, oh crap, there is no electricity. How the hell do I do my coffee? Kind of like that. So they will spend about 5 minutes trying to figure things out, because you are not used to having so many collapses going on at once. And nobody will tell you that it's insane. So what you do is, like I told you, you always carry something warm in your hand, and you do try to make a list. And you gotta sit down, because your brain, again, it will focus on whatever drama you have going on. It will not be able to focus on the background. The background being the persons that can help you, but you do not have drama with. Your sweet neighbor next door. She's an old lady. Hell, for all I know, that old lady might have gone through this 100 times in her life. So she might know how the hell to make coffee without a coffee maker. But you're not going to think about that. You're going to think, oh my God, this is all my brother's fault for whatever. And oh my God, and then you're going to go crazy, because your brain will focus on the drama. Because drama is something that it can understand. See, like I told you, the brain will go for whatever it can understand. And it needs to find something like a pattern, and it needs to find a thing. So it will not focus on what you don't understand. If your brain doesn't know how to make coffee without the coffee maker, then your brain will never focus on that question, because you don't know how. And your brain will go blank. And then it will go back to the drama, because drama is something that your brain already knows. So, all of these things are important. So that's why you need to have something warm, sit down and be able to breathe, and just do that. And like I said, 2 types of reaction. Some people will find themselves running all over the house, accomplishing nothing, or being angry at everybody because nobody's doing anything. And then the other half will go kind of like, okay, I'm rejecting this situation, I don't know how, or oh crap, I'm just going to wait it out. If there was a zombie apocalypse, I can tell you that around 60% of the population will just go home and will hope that things turn out the next day, and that the government has everything under control the next day. They are not going to be able to do anything, because they don't know what to do, how to do it, when to do it, when not to do it, or when or how not to do it. And so most people will just freeze, and they will hope that somebody will come and rescue them. By the way, there is no one coming to rescue you. You gotta figure things out by yourself. So at this point, if you have internet, then you better be in very, very good groups about how the hell to do things. Oh, and by the way, when somebody is doing something and they are the Bear Grylls kind of deal, you are not Bear Grylls. If Bear Grylls can do something in 5 minutes, you might need 1 hour to do it. Because they have something called experience, and they also have something called knowledge that you probably don't have. So stop comparing yourself with others. And just because something seems very easy doesn't mean that it is. I have said it before, especially when handling water. So anyway, I gotta go because my daughter wants the freaking thing. So I gotta go and deal with my daughter. So anyway, I hope this information was helpful, and I'm going to try to talk to you about this whole situation that I went through the last week. And hope to see you again soon.